Welcome to Ask the Good Doctor on Sirius XM Urban View, Channel 126, where talk empowers and becomes action. I'm Dr. LaJoyce Brookshire, and I am here to impart wisdom about how to attain, maintain, and reclaim your perfect health. Join us right now on Twitter at Ask the Good Doc, on Instagram and Facebook at Ask the Good Doctor. And also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Yes, just subscribe at Ask the Good Doctor LaJoyce Brookshire. And a couple of announcements. Well, I have to tell you that the Wellness Warriors Weekend Getaway in Vermont at the Essex Culinary Resort and Spa, the rooms are flying out of here, and the early bird registration is about to fly away. Yes, it is. If you just have a couple of more weeks to jump on that early bird registration, but then registration will be still open until we join there in June 2020, June 25th through 28th. Apply for your days off now. My husband did already. Yay. Apply for those days off now so you are not faced with being told that you can't take the days off, okay? Step 1 is registration. Step 2 is securing your room, and that means paying for one night only, and then you pay the balance upon departure. How about that? So we've got your early bird registration right now. If you'd like to be there, send me an email at askthegooddoctor@msn.com. That's askthegooddoctor@msn.com. Now, today, I'm so excited about today. We are going to talk to you about the things to ward off cold and flu and disease. And in addition to something rarely discussed, we're going to talk about longevity. And in the studio are guests Sam Shepard and author and 90-year-old Frank Bisci. Hi, you two. How are you all?
We're doing wonderful.
Oh, I'm so glad
good.
you're here. And we also have an awesome testimony for It's Testimony Time as well. So, but first I want to talk to you, since we are in the middle of cold and flu season. Yeah? And I want to talk to you about avoiding cold and flu naturally. And as you know, as a classical naturopath, I'm always going to try to teach you about things that come from nature, because God made an awesome machine when he made our bodies, and we have the power to heal if we are given exactly what is needed and not all the fake stuff, right? So we're going to avoid a lot of things. So it really, honestly, this is up to you, all right? So here are some tips. Number 1, I need you to know and understand you are what you eat. Oh, yes, you are. Oh, yes, you are.
I think we'd have to go with that, too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yes, isn't that the truth? I've got my gallery here today, and they can testify to that as well, because we have to keep in mind the mantra that eating fruits and veggies, especially in the winter months, give your immunity the vitamins and the minerals it needs to combat against germ invasion. We don't want to be bombarded by stuff. And you're indoors a lot in the wintertime as well. There are a lot of indoor pollutants. All right. But unless you've been on our webinar for Healthier Home to have a healthier you, you've gotten rid of some of those indoor pollutants. Oh, yes. We have everything here to help keep you well, because you know what? It's not enough just to eat well as well. You got to get rid of the contaminants inside of the home as well. Equally important. Then we have to make water our primary beverage. That's number 2. I say it all the time. I hope that you all don't think that I'm a broken record, and every time you tune in, just like right now when I say make water your primary beverage, they're like, gosh, she says that a lot. Yes, I say that a lot. Gentlemen, what do you say? Mr. Scientist, Mr. 90-year-old.
Absolutely. There's so many soft drinks that are substituted for water now, and it's probably the single largest thing that's got our food supply poisoned. Is it? But water is nature's way of keeping us clean and cleansed.
Yes, just like the rain.
Just like the rain.
It washes everything away. And we must have that, because in order for any metabolic reaction to take place in the body, that means stand up and sit down without pain, you need to be hydrated. It is the oldest slide some oil into me thing that you could possibly be doing for yourself. It is nature's elixir. The other thing is, number 3, go to bed, go to bed, go to bed. Stop working yourself and partying until you're overtired. until you're just so exhausted, until you just can't stand up straight that you just fall into bed and think you're going to catch up on the weekend. There is no such thing as that. And when you are overtired, it overtaxes the immune system. And when the immune system is overtaxed, here comes sickness and disease. And so if you're wondering why you catch a cold every time the wind blows, and you can't be around someone who's sick. You know how people say, oh, don't hug me, I'm sick or I have a cold. And my response is, excuse me, if I can't be around sick people when they're sick, that's a problem for me as a doctor, that I should be able to be around sick people when they are sick, and so should you. Even if you're not a doctor. Your immune system depends on you getting good quality sleep, going to bed by 10 o'clock, if not before, and taking advantage of that circadian healing that happens in the nighttime. Do it. It has everything to do with bolstering your immune system and ensuring that it stays well. Number 4, take your vitamins. Oh, yes. Take them. I know so many people who say they do not take vitamins, and they have a steady diet of junk. Now, here's the thing. Now, I'm not advocating eating junk, okay? And I classify junk as the stuff that you drive through the drive-through, you get it in a bag in a box and throw it in the microwave. That's junk. I'm not advocating that. But if you're going to do that, the least you can do is take your vitamins. That's the very least that you can do. You are fooling yourself if you are a grown person and you're not taking vitamins, and you're fooling yourself if you're not giving vitamins to your children, but you're giving them to your dog. Really? I can't with that. So it's just a pattern that I see too frequently, and which is why I want to make mention of it, because the body needs supplementation of high quality, organic, and preferably wild-crafted vitamins and minerals, and those that are counted as superfoods, and we're going to talk about one of them today. And those things are like the algae, the wheatgrass, the spirulina, the chlorophyll, the barley grass, and it not only gives you vitamin and mineral power, but it also feeds the brain. And that is what gives you your mental power. That helps to keep your mental capacity increased to the fullest. And it is too radical of a step. If it's too radical of a step to eat dirt for you, because, here's the thing. The stuff that has the dirt on it costs the most. You get that organic food home and you think it's going to be cleaned and washed. No, it has the dirt on it. Someone got that out the ground. And if you shop from your local farmer, which is what I always say, no farms, no food. Support your local farmer. Find one. And as we move into the winter months, there's the hydroponic. Those who grow hydroponically in indoor greenhouses. Find them. They exist everywhere, even in metropolitan areas, even in urban areas. You have to look. Be fastidious about the looking to get yourself quality food. Number 5. Now, this is something that Mama told all of us. I don't care how old you are. And that is take your cod liver oil and your vitamin C. Did your mama tell you that?
Yeah, right.
I mean, the cod liver oil is everything in the winter. It helps to transport the vitamin D. It helps to keep everything nice and supple. It helps you to avoid all that creaking and cracking going on. In addition to the water, the combination of the two. And the vitamin C really, really does help to strengthen that immune system and help to ward off stuff. And so if you feel something coming on, let me just say this to you. Of all things, do one thing if you feel a cold coming on. Don't ever do nothing. Get at it. Do something that can help you. Because if I feel so tired, I feel a little sniffle coming on, I'm just going to go to bed early. That's good, but do something. I mean, really do some chicken broth, do some vegetable broth, eat a salad, drink some castor oil, Okay, good old-fashioned castor oil, triple and quadruple up on the vitamin C. It won't hurt you. Take 2 tablespoons of the cod liver oil. Bubble your ears with hydrogen peroxide. Ear is the entry point of infection. Clean your nose. How many people say they don't clean their nose? You live in some place like New York. I come to New York a couple of times a week, and let me tell you, I hit my nose immediately, and it's black in there. Mm-hmm. Clean your nose. It's important for you to be able to do that. You're inhaling all of those pollutants. And number 6 is wash your hands. Oh my gosh. I shame people in the bathrooms in public places who don't wash their hands. I scream out loud, wash your hands. I don't care who it is. I don't care where I am. I embarrass my daughter to no end, but I don't care because, I have this thing about, I always have a napkin in my hand, and I'm always touching doors and napkins and handles and everything with a napkin. On the subway, I have a napkin that I'm holding on to things with because once I clean my hands, I make every effort to keep them clean. But I don't like touching stuff because I know people don't wash their hands. It's awful. And this is how we can avoid the transmission of germs without fail. Frequent hand washing with soap, and I don't mean the antibacterial kind. That's another show, I promise. But today, we're just going to talk about washing your hands with good old soap. So when you can control it, okay? Now, if you're like me, I carry a little something in my bag, all right? No parabens, no fragrance, no sodium lauryl sulfates, no phosphates, all right? And that's part of our Healthier Home, Healthier You program. Get with me if you're interested in that. It's important for you to beware of the overusage of antibacterial soaps because they soak right into the skin because it's the largest organ. And it seeps right in. And so if you ever needed an antibacterial, an antibiotic, this is why they don't work, because we have an overuse of antibiotics in society today. The last thing, number 7, cut back on the store-bought sweets. Oh, yes. I get a ham clap from Dr. Shepard here. Come on, Sam, tell us why.
The primary source of poison, I think, in our food supply is fructose.
Yep.
High fructose corn syrup. And one of the real problems we have is we have 12-year-olds who are drinking 3 sodas a day.
Yep.
And it's the same as giving that 12-year-old 3 beers a day as far as liver damage. And people don't understand that. They don't know what's really going on with fructose. But there's a whole story as to why that happened and why it's in our food.
Come on with it. Do we have a few minutes here?
Oh, yeah. Let's do a little drama.
Come on now.
High fructose corn syrup is generated from the corn industry. And so you really have a choice. You can either have the federal government subsidize the corn industry, or you can buy their high fructose corn syrup. Nobody wants to pay more taxes. So they push rail car quantities of high fructose corn syrup into the food supply to offset the federal subsidies for the corn growers. That gig is up.
Ooh, exposed. Sam Shepard, ladies and gentlemen.